Let's start with adding and subtracting fractions, a simple case. We'll start here where we have like denominators. Of 1/4, we have a 1/4 over 2/4. And to add that, when we have like denominators, we simply add the two numerators together. The 2 and the 1 gives us a 3, and so the answer for this problem is 3 over 4. Okay, let's go on to something that's a little more involved. Let's look at adding 1/3 to 1/4. Here we have unlike denominators, so we can't add this directly. If we look at the thirds and the fourths on two different number lines, we'll see that if we take a number line and divide it into three pieces, or thirds, this would be the equivalent of 1/3. Now we're going from, remember, we're going from 0 out to 1, okay? All fractions lie between a 0 and a 1, okay? So this would be 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, which is 1. Now, we can take the 1/3 and lay it in on this number line. And if we do that, the length of that is going to go from here to here, okay? And that's 1/3. Now, but if we tried to lay the 1/4 in on this, we can't do it. We don't have an increment here of a 4th. So let's draw a second number line, out like so, from 0 to 1, and divide it into 4 parts. And so we have 1/4 and 2/4, 3/4, and 1, or 4 over 4 for 1. If we take the 1 over 4 and lay it in on this number line, it goes from here to here, okay? And that's 1/4. Now, we really can't add these things directly, because if we take this length here and try to move it up onto this line, we don't have a place to put it in here directly. So what we need to do then is get a common denominator. Common denominator between the 3 and the 4. We can do that in a head, that's 12. So let's convert 1 over 3 to its corresponding number of 12ths, okay? So we're going to have a denominator of 12ths here. This is a question mark for the moment. Okay, what is this number? We want to convert 1 over 3 to something over 12. One of the ways we do this is to divide the 3 into the 12, get ourselves a 4, and the 4 times the numerator then gives us a 4. And so 1/3 is equal to 4/12. So we'll put 4 up here for the 4/12. Let's convert the 1 over 4 the same way, similarly. Not exactly the same, but similarly. Is equal to something over 12, okay? We're looking for this something to put in here. The routine is divide the 4 into the 12 gives us a 3. The 3 times this numerator, which is a 1, gives us a 3. So 1/4 is equal to 3 over 12. Now we can add the 1/3 and the 1/4, because both have been converted to 12s, and we can add those together. So the 1/3 becomes 4 over 12, and we'll write that down here. 4 over 12 plus, and the 1/4 becomes a 3 over 12. We write in our 3 over 12. And now we can add, because we have like denominators, 12ths and 12ths. And the 4 and the 3 gives us a 7 over 12. Now, that's our final answer, 7 over 12. Let's look at how this might work out on a number line. If we were to take a number line from 0 to 1 and divide it into 12 equal parts. This is the halfway mark. This is going to be a 1/4 of it, and another 1/4 of it. We're going to have 3 divisions in here for 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So when we take the distance from 0 to 1, divide it into 12 parts, we have 12ths. And we have 12 of these 12s, so 12 over 12 gives us the 1. Now, let's take the 1/3, which is 4/12, and lay it in on the number line. It goes from 1, 2, 3, 4 over to here, and that's our 1/3. Lays in like this, and looking at the 1/4, it is 3/12. So let's count off 3 more. 1, 2, 3, and now we've moved from here out to here, and this in fact is our 7 over 12. Now, if you had taken this 1/4, this distance here, and laid it in on this line, and you can't add it directly, but if you take that distance and lay it in on this line, you can see that it's going to take you out to about here, which is about where we should be to match up on the 7/12. So, in order to add unlike denominators, 1/3 and 1/4, we need to find a common denominator. Common denominator is 12. The 1/3 is equal to 4/12. The 1/4 is equal to 3/12. We can add these two together because they're both 12ths, and you end up with the 7/12. That's the end of this lesson. Now we'll go on in our next video and try adding two unlike denominators when the denominators are in fact larger, more unwieldy to find the common, but we'll go through the procedure to find the common denominator in that case.